for Katie Chats here at Smithy TV in downtown Toronto with actor Glen Gould. What was the best part about shooting the feature film Charlie Zone?
The best part about shooting the film is that it was shot at home, where I'm from, kind of, you know. I'm from Cape Breton, but it was Halifax. But it was also shot in, like, Charlie Zone stands for C Zone. So when police officers talk about, you know, C for Charlie, you know, M for Mary, that was my old stomping grounds when I was about 17. So, you know, I got to see, like, my friend lived right across the street in a building, you know, and so that was really nice, just to be home in my home turf, actually my home, my people's territory, Mi'kmaq territory, to be shooting a feature film. So that was really nice.
How did you get cast in the project? Was this something that they knew prior to casting?
Well, I got a call about 2 years before from one of the producers, Hank White, and he had heard my name from some people in Toronto and was asking around, and there was 3 of us that were up for the role and that were being considered. So Hank contacted me, said, you know, are you going to be in Halifax anytime soon? And I said, yeah, I'm going to be doing this thing for the Aboriginal Achievement Foundation, and I'm the host. So he came over and he brought me the script, the original script, and said, here, can you give it a read? Let me know, here's my card, let me know if there's something that if it's something that you're interested in. So I read the script and I thought, wow, this is a great script, a great character. The range for the character was so broad, and you don't always get that as an actor. And so I called him back and I said, this is great, I love it. And then he said, well, Mike Melsky, the director, is going to be coming down to Sydney, and I was living in Sydney at the time. And he said, any chance of you getting together and having a coffee with him and talking about this? So we had a coffee and we talked a little bit about the film, but we talked more about my personal history in my life and stuff like that. And then Mike said, you know, you're him, you're Avery. Forget about those other 2 guys. You're him. So we're going to go to camera in about 2 years' time, and that was that.
Can you tell me a little bit more about your personal background and how that directly helped prepare you for the role?
Well, I come from Cape Breton, and our traditional name for Cape Breton is Uhlmann, the land of fog, which can be a rough place to grow up. I don't know too many guys out there who don't know how to scrap. So I think, you know, and there was a lot of similarities between the character, you know, he had these struggles with drugs and alcohol and stuff like that, which I have had as well. And so I thought, you know, there was a lot of my personal background as being Mi'kmaq. The character was Mi'kmaq. He's been in trouble, the character. I've been in trouble. And he comes from a rough background, and I come from a rough background. And so a lot of it was like, wow, it is me, and I'm Avery. So.
And what was it like shooting on set?
Oh, it was a great time shooting on set. I mean, my co-star Amanda Crew was just a delight to work with. You know, she'd give 150%, whether she was on camera or off camera. And I like to do that for my co-stars as well. Give them, you know, I don't expect somebody else to read my lines off camera. I'll be in the character and in the moment, whether I'm on camera or off camera. So that was really neat, and just to, you know, the friendliness of the East Coast hospitality. A lot of the crew members were from Halifax, from Cape Breton, from all over Nova Scotia. So it was nice to be with a bunch of chatty people who are like myself, you know, with the gift of gab.
What was Mike Melsky's directing process like?
He said, do it again, but do it better. Yeah, Mike, I like the way Mike worked, because he really he pushed the envelope, you know, like he'd say, okay, let's, you know, you're dropping the ball, you know, I don't believe you. And I'd say, okay, oh, he doesn't believe me. Or he'd say, quit bullshitting, you're bullshitting. And I'd be like, okay, all right. So it was nice that he was a little aggressive, because for the character, I think, to get him to those emotional places, sometimes you needed somebody to push you. If nobody pushed you, you'd only give you go halfway. So, you know, I like that he was really aggressive in it. You know, he's got that East Coast, like, come on. So,
You've already won 2 awards for Best Actor in the Performance. How does it feel to be recognized?
oh, it feels great. I mean, you know, doing it for 22 years as a pro, and to be acknowledged, especially in the East Coast, because there's not too many Aboriginal people who are involved with film. I don't really know of any other Mi'kmaq actors who are out there working and doing TV and film. So it was really nice to be acknowledged, especially in my home territory, you know, in Nova Scotia, and as well, you know, in the Aboriginal film community with the Dream Speakers Film Festival. It was, because I've always kind of been the underdog, in there but not quite in there, you know. And so it's nice to finally have that acknowledgement of, you know, people appreciating the quality of my work. I mean, I've worked so hard on my craft, and so it was nice to get that, actually.
And what do you have coming up next?
Well, I just completed shooting in Montreal a feature film called Rhymes for Young Ghouls by Mi'kmaq filmmaker Jeff Barnaby. And this one is going to be a good one. It's another badass role. And then my next project that I'll be working on is a TV series for Aboriginal People's Television Network called Mohawk Girls. And there's that. And then there's another film with the same producer of Charlie's Own called Deprivation, which is supposed to go in October. And there's a possibility of season 4 of another show that I do called Cashing In on APTN. So, you know, they're kind of lining up. Yeah.
And where's the best place to find out more information on you and on Charlie's Own online?
Well, you can well, Facebook me. I got a fan club, the official Glen Gould fan club, and also you know, well, IMDb, of course, and charliesownthemovie.com is the website for the film. So yeah, just Google me. You'll get 2 Glen Goulds. You'll get one who's dead and you'll get one who's alive. One with 2 ends and one with 1 end. I'm the 1 end Glen Gould, and I'm very much alive and will play piano.
Right. Thank you so much, Glenn. Okay. Congratulations, and I look forward to seeing you again at the screening.
Okay, thank you. We'll see you there.
Thank you. I'm Katie Uhlmann reporting for Katie Chats here at Smithy TV in downtown Toronto.